Hey guys, can you guys hear me? I'm gonna turn the phone so you guys can hear me, hopefully. Can you guys hear me? All right, 1 second. I am going to grab 1 second. Hi guys, can you guys hear me? Are you guys able to hear me? Okay, sorry for the movement of the camera. All right, guys, let's give it a few minutes. I decided to throw this video really quick because I know that you guys are always curious about some of the changes I'm making, and I figure it would be a great opportunity to go over a few things. So bear with me, guys. By the way, today I'm using my phone, just so you know. Today I'm using my phone, so hopefully you guys can hear me better. That's why I have headphones on instead of the regular good old camera on my laptop. Okay. "27 people. I want to get a little more of an audience before I go over what's happening in my room. I hope you guys are excited. So I hope you guys are pretty much curious to know what's going on in Jay's room. But I like to open doors for you guys to see what I'm currently working on and what I'm doing with my system. I will tell you, 35. When we get to 50 people, I will go ahead and begin to talk about changes. Yes, my system has gone through changes, unexpected changes. It was a very last minute decision. I wasn't thinking about it. I wasn't planning on it. Hi, Antonio. Let me see. A lot of people coming in. Great. Yes. You will see. Am I going old tubes? Let's wait and see, guys. Let's wait and see. What I could tell you, I think it's going to be an exciting change for a lot of you guys because it's an opportunity to change gears. It's an opportunity to introduce hopefully new things that I haven't owned and share more knowledge, and obviously an opportunity for me to learn, right? I got to learn more, guys. I have to keep learning. So the goal here is for me to keep improving my own journey throughout my own experience with components. So everyone is thinking I have gone Darzeal. I wish. No, it's not Darzeal, but thank you for the comment there. It's I wanted to tell you that it's been tough for me, guys, because lately, if I'm being sincere with you guys, let me move around just real quick. Okay. If I'm being sincere with you all, I want to be honest. It's been tough for me. Been tough for me to make this decision, to really decide. But you guys know what I've been saying on my channel. All good things come to an end. Everything comes to an end. Everything. You guys know. You guys know how I feel about this, right? So, I am waiting. In the meantime, why don't you guys ask me some questions before I talk about what I have going on here? Why don't you guys tell me? Talk to me. What questions you guys have for me? Anything in particular that you guys want to know? Okay, so let's talk about it. So, as you guys know, some of the best system that I've ever had has been the Wilson Audio Alex with the Boulder gear, with the, you know, Griffin Mephisto, Pandora, the synergistic research cables. Synergistic cables and everything that I've owned has been, in my opinion, as of late, the very best equipment that I have ever had. It really is, in my opinion, a level that I have never achieved before, ever. Okay, so with that in mind, I wanted to show you guys something. I wanted to share something with you guys so you guys are aware of the changes that I'm going through. Okay, and hopefully you guys can see what I have coming. Are you guys ready? Okay, I'm going to turn the camera over for you guys to see what's going on. Hopefully you guys can see. Ready? So you guys know. Yep. All of that gear is over here on its way out. So I know you guys didn't see that coming. I know you guys didn't think I would do it, but yes, I have done it. All this is going to be headed out the door next week. Everything you see there, everything. The Alexes are going to be gone. The Boulder gear, the Mephisto, everything. So that was the reason for this announcement today. I am literally starting from scratch. I am going to be working on putting an entire system together all over again. So it's been very difficult. It's taken me some time to really decide to do this. And, you know, it's been a battle for me every night when I was listening to the Boulder and the Mephisto and the Wilson Audio Alex. It's been a very difficult battle for me because I really like everything. I really like what I heard. I was very much in love with the presentation here. But the reality is everything, you know, I have said it many times, guys, right? Everything has an end in my room. Everything has to go at some point. And really, that's the reality of my system. As you can see, bowl stuff is ready. Mephisto is ready to go. So you can see everything is just going bye-bye. All right, so that's it. Got to get the Alexes in position to pack him up as well. So I am done with all of this. The only thing that remains for now will be the stand in the middle. These are going to go in about 2 weeks. And the DCS will stay for now. But everything else, basically, I'm gutting the whole system. Okay, so questions. Let me see what questions you guys have. Talk to me about what questions you guys have for me. Now you know. All right. No, the Paslab 60.8s are still here. Those are still here. I still have them in here. Those are not going anywhere yet. I am not done with them yet. Yeah, the goal is to bring you guys on another journey. Someone is asking me why. I had the opportunity, guys, to be honest with you. I wasn't looking to sell any of it yet, but I had the right opportunity to just sell everything and start from scratch. And I figure, what the hell? You know, why not? I am blessed to have the opportunity to do what I do and to be able to just keep doing it, and I know most of you can't do this. So I figure if I have the chance, there's no harm in trying new gear. And so I am going to be trying new components. I have a question. Why do it? Why? Okay, great plans. So there has been conversations about different speakers. MBL came to the table. I had started to consider MBL speakers. But honestly, guys, if I'm sincere with you guys, I don't think the MBL speaker would be a speaker that I should be trying, right? I don't think so. Why? Because I keep hearing that the MBL speaker is a speaker that really works well, but works well with MBL amps, MBL preamplifiers, MBL, DACs, and that's really an ecosystem, right? And so I figure doing what I do and trying to bring you guys different amplifiers, right? I just don't think that's the right idea. That's the right approach. That's the right direction for me, MBL. Because I'm never going to be done, right? I want to continue to try new product, and I think the MBL has specific requirements. It requires amplifiers with a lot of power. It requires room as well to be. They have to be far away from the walls, and so I just don't know if I want to accommodate a speaker like that just yet. Right? That's more like an end game speaker for many people. But with what I do, there's no such thing as an end game, right? I continue to do things. And I continue to try different things. Okay, so something must have bored me. No, it's not something bored me. To be honest with you, it's more the opportunity, guys. Right? I had the opportunity to sell everything, and I did. Okay, so but I was itching to try something different, like anything else. I was itching to try a new gear, and I'm going to be trying new components. I am going to be trying stuff that I've never had before, and now I get a chance to sit back, regroup, take my time looking for stuff, and then be able to little by little begin to build my system. So part of the plan here is to have you guys walk with me, and we'll start with the speakers first, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building a system for you guys. I'm going to start building a system one component at a time. I'll continue to keep the cables that I have because I feel my cabling right now is pretty good, and it's going to really, really just make any component that I have here sound incredible. So my cables will continue to be here. But in terms of the electronics, we're going to start first with the speakers. So I'm going to be out there shopping for speakers pretty soon, just so you guys know. My budget for the new system. Guys, my budget for the new system is probably going to be about three quarters of what I sold, of all the stuff that I sold combined. So that's about three quarters of the price. I'm not going to be dumping the same amount of money. I'm going to plan to dump less money this time into it and see how far I can get with the presentation, right? That's my goal. So I am going to rely on what I know now in terms of high end and apply it to see where I can squeeze the most amount of performance for the least amount of money. I am not going to be going higher up, unfortunately, guys. At the level that I was playing, that was a pretty high level, and it was extremely costly to have. And everything requires so much attention. So, what you saw is probably the cap of where I'm going to go. Of course, there's always the opportunity sometimes that presents itself where I can't say no to the opportunity, but I don't really have an intention of going up the ladder from what the Wilson Alexes were, or let alone the Boulder gear, right? So Karma against Wilson. I have never heard Karma, guys. I wish. I keep hearing great things about Karma, but I have never heard Karma speakers. Avant-garde. So that's kind of like what I was saying to you guys. So again, this is my personal opinion. So the avant-garde speaker and the NBL speaker, in my opinion, is a very kind of like a specialty speaker, right? Where it has a set of requirements where you need to have certain types of electronics, and it doesn't have the ability to be flexible, right? So when you have speakers like horns, in this case avant-garde, right? They need usually low power amplifiers, tube amplifiers, and because I try so many different amplifiers, like imagine me having a Mephisto with a pair of 100 decibel horn speakers, right? It's a waste. It wouldn't work. So that's why I'm saying, like, and I want to keep reviewing great amplifiers, pre-amplifiers for you guys, and giving you the my opinion on stuff. So I have to stick to speakers that allow me to have flexibility. So people are asking me a lot about the 60.8s. The 60.8s. So in case you are wondering, so the 60.8s are there. All right, the 60.8s are right there. They're not going anywhere. They're going to be in front and center pretty soon. Okay. Um, I have filmed a couple of videos in case you're wondering. You're going to see next week. You're going to hear the 60.8s next week. You're going to hear the 60.8s. I have filmed 4 videos for you guys so you guys can hear how they sound with the system. Stay tuned for that video. That 60.8 video is going to surprise a lot of you guys. Really surprise a lot of you guys. How do I feel about that big change? I feel a little bit more. I think I feel disappointed, to be honest with you guys. I feel disappointed with selling all this gear because it really touched me deep inside in terms of how great things can get if you know what you're doing. It was a little disappointing for me. I felt just a little bit sad, right? But I talked to a couple of my close friends and audiophile friends who basically said to me, if you have the opportunity, this one great opportunity to just sell everything and start from scratch, why not, right? So I still wasn't convinced until I went to dinner yesterday. I, went out and ate somewhere, and I sat and thought long and hard about it, and I just decided to say, you know what, it's time. It's time. And when it's time, when it's time, sometimes one of the biggest advices that I can give you guys is this. If you know, right, at some point you're going to sell any component that you have right now, anything, right? If you know, my advice to you is if the opportunity comes knocking on your door, not exactly when you wanted it to come knocking, just jump on it. Just capitalize on the opportunity. Don't be waiting until it's your turn when you feel it's the right time for you to sell. Sometimes it just doesn't work that way. Sometimes it's about opportunity knocking on your door. If you know you are going to be selling something in the next 3, 4, 5 months, and someone comes knocking on your door next week and they want it and it makes sense for you to do it, knowing deep inside that you're going to sell it anyway, proceed and do it. You'll never look back. I promise you, you'll never look back. There's always going to be something else out there that you're going to like. What other brands am I considering? Okay. What other brands am I considering? I am considering, and again, this is brands that I'm thinking about. This does not mean that they are going to probably end up in here, but hear me out. These are the brands that I'm considering. I'm considering more Griffin stuff. I am considering Wilson. I am considering Magical. I am considering what's the name of this brand? Karma. I am considering even Fine Audio. I am considering Sim Audio. What else? Well, off the top of my MSB for DAC. I am considering this other brand of amplifier. I've been in conversations right now with a Darziel dealer. In conversations only. Nothing is, happening so far as I know. So those are the brands that I'm contemplating right now. So why do I think about MSB DAC versus the DCS? Okay. So here are my thoughts on DCS briefly. DCS is extremely detailed. Sometimes it could be a little too detailed and it might get a little bit hot. It also has a little bit of, like, I would say you can still feel the digital feeling of the presentation. You still you get that with DCS. I heard MSB briefly, and I don't think MSB has that signature, that sonic signature of a digital feeling, right? It doesn't. I don't think MSB has that feeling. So I've had Paris on Persona before. I don't know if the tweeter in the Paradigm Persona is a tweeter that I really like. Rockport, yes, sorry. Rockport is another line that I've contemplated. I thought about Rockport. It is a speaker that's on my radar, no question about it. Will I ever get into grounding? I think the only grounding I have done so far is this here. Let me show you. So I think this is the only grounding I have done right here. Right there. That's the only grounding I have done so far. Yeah, and you can thank the Mephisto for that. Look, that's the Mephisto for you. The wild child, Mephisto. So yeah, that's the only grounding for now. What else do you guys want to know? At this time, Lumen, not at this time, guys. I'm not really interested in Lumen. I think I have. I'm not saying I couldn't do it. I just feel like I have already went past the Lumen line, if that makes sense. This doesn't mean that it's not great product. I'm just saying I've already been playing with the DCS of the world, so I don't know if I want to visit Lumen again. Sonos Faber, yes, another line. Thank you for reminding me there, Sean. The Sonos Faber AIDA 2 is a speaker that I would love to get my hands on. It is definitely a speaker that I would love to try, the Sonos Faber AIDA 2. The one I heard, the Sonos Faber AIDA 1, is not so great. So I'm going to stay away from the Sonos Faber AIDA 1. MK2, I would love to try. CH Precision, guys, CH Precision is a line that I'm very curious about. Unfortunately, I feel like it's kind of like a boutique brand in many ways. It's not easy to come by. It's not very accessible. And for me, it has to make sense financially as well for me to contemplate a brand, for me to try. It has to make sense. I'm a numbers guy as well. So if it doesn't make sense for me, then I just don't invest in it, right? I just really don't touch it. I have never heard the name Statement Amplifier. Maybe I did hear it at Expona 2018. Maybe I did hear it. That's really the only thing I can tell you about CH Precision and name. I would love to try another Sonos Faber. I just don't know if I will have access to a Sonos Faber speaker of my choice right now. Tidal speakers, I had conversations about Tidal speakers as well. I was contemplating Tidal at some point, and I, didn't unfortunately come to any sort of resolution or deal or anything like that. So I couldn't complete the transaction for Tidal speakers. Yes, so the dealer in Florida is Suncoast Audio, so I'm aware. I actually probably have to go pay him a visit to hear the Karma speakers because, as my Alex are going to be going away. So the Karma speaker is something that I would like to try. I'd like to try the Karma MIDI. I think it is called MIDI, MIDI. I think it's like 95,000 MSRP. I'd like to hear it, but unfortunately, that's not a speaker that Soundcoast is right now displaying, so I can't hear it. T plus A, I don't think I'll be doing T plus A. Macintosh, you never know. I'm not closed off completely to Macintosh and trying Macintosh, whatever they have today. I'm still open to that possibility. Nothing old, just anything that makes me feel is a new product that's cool to try. And right now, the only thing from Macintosh that makes me want to try it is the 901 monoblocks. Yes, I actually will have a pair of tube amplifiers soon. That's all. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to have a pair of tube amplifiers, monoblocks, pretty soon, in about 4 weeks. Audio Note. Yes, Audio Note has been a brand that I have been contemplating as well. Yes, without a doubt. Audio Note has been on my mind. VAC, you know what's funny? I could probably get VAC, but I never heard it. I don't even know. I heard it sounds a little more like Macintosh than Audio Research. I like the look. I've contemplated. I've thought about VAC. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I love VAC if I try it. As I look back, I have a question for you. As I look back on my speakers, have the Wilson Audios been at the top of the heap? Yes. Um, so this speaker right here. Okay, so this speaker has been an incredible speaker for me. I can tell you right now, this speaker has been one of the most difficult speakers to part ways with. It's been a very, very difficult speaker. I can't tell you enough about it. It's been one of the most amazing speakers I've ever owned. I'll forever remember it. Maybe, who knows, maybe in the future I'll be able to come back to it at some point. For now, I just feel like, everything that I did was just a very, very, put it this way, strategical plan. And unfortunately, part of the strategy had to include the Alexes. Okay. I couldn't keep them if I needed to make this move. So the Alexes, will find a new home, I'm sure. And one of you guys will have a chance to hear this incredible speaker in your own space. Yes, I know. I love my Alex setup and sound. I did. I totally did as well, guys. That speaker was incredible. There's no question about it. It was an incredible speaker in many ways. It really was. Okay, so questions that I have coming up. Have I ever tried Dynaudio Evidence? I have never tried the Evidence, but I did try the Evidence Temptation. I think it is the Evidence Temptation, the name, and it was amazing. Okay, so question is, I tried the Kef speakers. I've heard the Blades. I was not really impressed, but maybe because of the setup in the room. Legacy Audio, Caesar. I am not 100% sure if I want to go there yet. Legacy Audio has not really been on my radar, if I'm being sincere with you guys. Spectral. I have heard great things about Spectral components. Very, very resolving, lots of detail. But I know they have specific requirements like MIT cables and matching, and you should use them with their matching electronics, kind of like Name. I have thought about it. I just left. I just pretty much abandoned the thought. But don't be surprised if it circles back. Vivid Audio is one hell of a speaker. I do not know why you guys, if you guys are hearing me, I still do not know why you guys do not consider Vivid Audio speakers. Guys, Vivid Audio speaker is incredible, but I know the look may not be everyone's cup of tea. But if you can get past the look, I can tell you Vivid Audio can blow you away. Yes, I actually, good point. I might do an unboxing setup video when I'm trying new amplifiers when I get there. For now, I am speaker shopping, if you must know. I am looking for a speaker. I do not know how soon that will be before I place it in here. What I can share with you is that I have filmed more videos with the setup. Okay, so those videos will be released throughout the next 2 weeks. Those are videos that I filmed over the last 5, 7 days. So you'll get to hear the Past Lab 60.8s with the entire Boulder setup and the cabling and everything like that. So in the meantime, that buys me about 2 weeks to continue to work and hopefully locate the speaker of my choice. I have never tried the possibility of trying an element of TriPoint. I have had TriPoint stuff in here that was brought over for me to try. It's great stuff. I mean, there's no question about it. I mean, it does definitely make a difference. It definitely makes us a very big difference. There's a lot less floor noise. There's more. It adds more musicality. It adds more soul. Definitely does those things work. Let me tell you, they do work. Do not think under by any. Do not think for 1 second that TriPoint stuff does not work. It works. B&W. So B&W speakers right now, guys, the 800 series, the D3 series to be specific, is going to go bye-bye. I am not going to put money into that speaker until I'm able to find whenever the replacement comes out. That's probably when I look into B&W. The D3 series is not going to make its way here into my room. What preamp are you planning, guys? When you hear the 60.8, you're gonna hear it with the Boulder preamplifier. Okay, the 60.8 will be here. So just to give you a little context, here's what I'm looking at: looking for speakers. I'm looking for a line stage. I'm looking for a set of amplifiers that are above a 60.8. I don't know the brand yet. I'm thinking Griffin again, but I really do not know. Probably gonna look. Those are my main three purchases: an amplifier, a speaker, and a preamplifier. Okay, that's where I'm gonna start. Then I'll circle back to the DAC. But remember, I told you guys, speaker should be first. First, concentrate on the speaker you want. Constellation might very well make a return here, Ron. Constellation might very well make a return here. You do not think for 1 second I haven't thought about Constellation. It's actually that thought is it's still in the back of my mind. Never tried Avalon speakers. Never tried Usher, although I heard him very briefly. Paradigm I've owned. I've owned Paradigm Persona. Sorry, I have. Yes. I have never heard Burmeister gear. Never heard it. Persona, M6, who knows, Ron? Could be. Maybe the new Alex. I do not know. There's a lot of possibilities here. I do not know. It's going to be hard for me. 1.25 kW Macintosh, someone is saying, that amplifier has been on my mind too. The 1.25. It really has been. I think it will be a great amplifier to try. So I have a lot of different things, different ideas in my head right now, guys. I wish, guys, you have no idea. Like I am right now, not sleeping, thinking about in which direction to go, because if this means anything to you all, if this means anything to you all, I am trying to also select components based on my audience. My audience is you guys. I think, I left you guys behind for because I began to try other components like the expensive Boulder stuff, right? And I think some of my audience might have felt a little disconnected. But if I'm being sincere with you guys, I think part of the reason why I have done this is because I really want to circle back and connect with you guys and level with you guys and to put and possibly the gear you guys have at home. so that you have more of a reason to follow me. So that's why I'm completely regrouping and thinking about the direction in which I'm going to go. Of course, I'm still going to get a component that I'm really interested in. At some point, I have to, right? But my selection will also have to do with you guys and what you guys could potentially have at home. Instead of going with the ultra crazy expensive, um, I'm still going to have, of course, a component here that I am thinking is reference, right? But maybe amplifiers, for example. I'll give you examples. As you know, I have the Pass Labs here, right? Pass Labs 60.8. That amplifier was really more for you guys. Okay, now, it wasn't for me. I wanted to throw something at you that you guys can see how it performs in a room like mine, right? But at the end of the day, um, I have tried amplifiers that are above the quality of a 60.8, and now I'm thinking more of amplifiers that are probably in the 20, $30,000 MSRP range. Instead of going to the Mephistos of the world and the big boulders, I am going to take it back, take it down, a couple of notches, and look into an amplifier that's more affordable for you guys. Would I try radio speakers? Possible, guys. Possibility to try radio speakers. Yeah, it's always I've been curious about radio speakers. I have no idea. Zeloton. I don't know what that is, guys. Zeloton. I never heard of that. I agree. A Luxman C900U with a 60.8 could be interesting. There might be some synergy there. There's no question about that. YG speakers. I had an opportunity to do YG speakers. I just got caught up in, with Magical, if I'm being sincere. And I think YG and Magical are like cousins almost, right? So I just went with Magical, and that's what happened. Who, let me see. No, I think that the Mark Levinson 585 integrated is not really at the level of the Pass Labs INT 250, guys. The INT 250 is a great integrated. It really is a great integrated. So I would not. I don't think so. I think that the Pass Labs is a better piece. What else do you guys want to see? Anything else? Anything else? You guys have questions before I sign out? Vandersteen Model 7 MK2 was a speaker that I saw, I touched, I almost pulled the trigger on it. And I didn't proceed. I got caught up with other ideas and I just abandoned that thought. Yeah, so that's part of the reason, guys. Someone is saying that it would be interesting to get my take on the cheaper offerings because I'm coming from such a high level of components that people want to know, hey, now that you visited the skies in terms of electronics, can you give us more of normal price electronics? How much they bring to the table? So that's something that I'm going to be talking about in the future. Kef Blades. I think Kef Blades are I've heard him briefly, a lot of detail, but I don't know if it's my cup of tea, sonically speaking. Again, I have to bring him into the room for me to really give you a pure assessment, my pure assessment on how the speaker performs. It's very hard to do that at dealers. Dealers sometimes don't have the best setups. Possibly the Pass Labs, Vivid Audio. Vivid Audio. I think everything the Vivid Audio makes is great stuff. Everything, every speaker that I've heard from Vivid Audio has never disappointed me. Also, something else I'll be doing is I'm going to be replacing these here. These things are going to be I'm going to be replacing those for this stand right here, just so you know. So I'm going to be buying. I ordered two more of these, the bigger ones, the ones that fit the bigger amplifiers, which I may not even need anymore because I don't think I'm going to be getting monstrous amplifiers anymore. So, yeah, so that these are gonna go, the critical mass stands. PassLabs integrated versus Luxman. I personally would say that's very system dependent. Jay Lee, what I can tell you is both make great integrateds. I like both integrateds, PassLabs and Luxman. So it really depends on the type of component and sonic signature that you're looking to have. It really depends on that. Both of them, you could not do wrong with either one of them. I promise you, both of them are spectacular in their own right. That cable, the Shunyata V2 Sigma or Alpha, I have been thinking about that cable. I really think that cable is going to give me it should give me a very interesting reference point because I've been using, as you know, I've been using my AudioQuest for quite some time. I've been running AudioQuest cables for quite some time, and yes, I know you guys are seeing this mess. But that's because I also just unplug everything. So the cables are just going to sit there now because I have nothing to really play, as you can see. And what was I going to say? I forgot something else I was going to say. This is what breaks my heart is I got these cables. If you guys remember, I got these recently, right? And look, now I have no Boulder. So I'm going to have to sell these transparent cables now, unfortunately. I have no use for them now. So that's what sucks about what I do, you know? That's why I have to be careful, right? When I buy. Air acoustics. Any chance of air acoustics coming back? Joe, no, there's no plans of air acoustics coming back. Unfortunately, I think air right now, they really don't have anything that's earth shattering. They don't really have anything right now, if I'm being honest. I think air really needs new product. They need to create more innovation. A lot of their product is just more redundant product than anything else. Do I have Ethernet cables for sale? I don't have Ethernet cables for sale at this time. I am only using one cable, and that is the Galileo Synergistic Research Ethernet cable. Macintosh C1100. I've had it. It's great preamplifier. Great preamplifier. Not at the level of a Boulder. No, not at the level of a Boulder, but it is a great preamplifier. It really is. Anything else you guys want to know? Yeah, Shunyata Everest. It's a great gray line conditioner. I've heard it's really, really good. Caesar, my email is on my YouTube videos. If you search my YouTube videos, you can find my email in case you guys are still interested in working with me and building systems, your system, tweaking it. My email is on my YouTube videos. You can find it. Most videos have it on the description, and you can reach out to me through there. Okay. So I'm still doing the consultation if you're interested in that. Warrant, the gear's gone. It's right there. Most people are looking. It's all packed up, ready to go, as you can see. So it's all there. It's going out to a new home. Sonos Faber Cremonese. I've had them. Great speakers. Great speakers. No Hemingway cables. Hemingway never had them. Never had, can't give you any feedback on that cable, unfortunately. All right, so that's it, guys. That'll do it for now. Thank you for your time. Stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more, a lot of changes. My next purchase will probably be a speaker. So I'm looking for speakers actively right now, and I do not know in which direction I'm going to go yet. It all has to do with what's in front of me, what makes sense, and as I said to you, obviously the financial part of it. And once I locate that speaker, you guys will be the first ones to see it once I have it in my room. For now, stay tuned for my future videos over the next few days of the Boulder again, and as well as the PassLab 60.8s. I want you guys to really pay attention to the PassLab 60.8s. I hope you guys enjoy the video and the presentation. Okay, guys? Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for following me. Greatly appreciated. Okay?